Yeah, we showed you this comparison yesterday on January 6th. Last year, there had been 9 inches of snowfall up to this point, compared to 49 inches this year so far. And all that snow means good business for places that sell winter things like generators or snowmobiles.
That's right. Storm teammates Matt Kirkwood is live at the Fox Shawmut Hills, where they've seen a huge spike in snowmobile sales so far this season. Matt?
Yeah, I was just talking with the general sales manager, Matt, out here at Fox Power Sports at Shawmut Hills, and they've been having a fantastic start so far of the winter of 2013 and 2014. Yeah, pinch me, guys, pinch me, because I'm surrounded by snowmobiles. One of my favorite. I just started in the sport about 3-4 years ago, and I absolutely love it. There's few things that you can take advantage of just seeing the beauty of Michigan than snowmobiling really across the state. And it's been a fantastic winter so far. We've actually eclipsed 50 inches. We're at 52.1 inches so far for the season here in Grand Rapids. It doesn't look like winter's going to hold up much. We are going to get a little bit of a warm-up coming up, but that is essentially about it for a little while. I think we're going to cool things back down. How good have sales been? Well, they've been remarkable. Well, you consider the past couple of years. If you go back to 2012, 2013, by this point, we only had less than 10 inches of snow, but this year over 50 inches. So that has been a direct correlation with sales. Snowmobile sales up this so far this year 300%, and they sold more snowmobiles in just the month of December than all of last year. And I bet that's probably the case the year before, because the past couple winters have not kicked off very good, but they've ended pretty good, especially last year. So they have all different kinds of models out here, 2-up, and they have power sleds and everything else, and they also have snow blowers. We're going to talk to Matt a little bit later in the show and get his take on everything.
5:48 right now, turning 5:49. Welcome back. This morning, Storm teammates Matt Kirkwood is out at Fox Shawmut Hills in Grand Rapids, where he's been looking into how the increase in snowfall this year has impacted winter equipment purchases this year. So, Matt, what are you finding out there?
I'll tell you, I found something I want. Hopefully my wife is watching right now, guys, because my birthday is coming up on the 22nd. And hey, honey, this is a Yamaha Apex 2013 model, electric start, and also hand warmers, power steering. I just wanted to throw that out there, sweetie. Love you much. Anyway, I'm out at Fox Power Sports here and surrounded by, basically, I'm in heaven. We have snowmobiles all over the place. And I tell you what, because of all the snow so far this season, vastly different than the 2 previous seasons, the sales have been through the roof. 300% better this year as far as snowmobile sales compared to last year. And not only that, they sold more snowmobiles just in the month of December alone compared to last year, all their sales last year. But that's not the only thing they sell out here. They also sell snow blowers. Because the 2 previous seasons haven't been that great. We haven't had an above average snowfall season since 2011. Since this season has been so great, they actually have a handful of snow blowers left as well. They have generators. Remember that ice storm as well? They have some generators, but they had some 2011 models sitting on the floor, but that is no longer the case. But they can hook you up either with a snowmobile or snow blowers or what have you. Winter, certainly not done. It's only January 7th. We have a lot more to go. And we'll take a look at the 8 to 14-day outlook. Even though we're going to warm things up a little bit, it looks like we're going to cool things off. And Terry has that warm-up showing up in our 8-day forecast. Again, live at Fox Power Sports, Shawmut Hills. Back to you.
Welcome back. 6:20 right now. There's a lot more snowfall this year. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
I have.
This year compared to last, right? Well, we showed you this comparison yesterday. On January 6th last year, there had been 9 inches of snowfall so far. Up until that point, compared to 49 inches this year.
It's a very unnatural snowman. Very.
And we got even more snow overnight here, so you can add 3 more inches of snow onto that snowman right there. All that snow, though, means good business for places that sell winter items like generators and snowmobiles.
Storm teammates Matt Kirkwood is live at Fox Shawmut Hills, where they've seen a huge spike in snowmobile sales so far this season. Huge, Matt.
Yeah, I was talking with Matt Murray, the sales manager here at Fox Power Sports at Shawmut Hills. Big smile on his face. You know, we talk about, of course, you know, Terry and I and the rest of the Storm teammate, we think weather is the most important thing in the world, just about. outside of family. And I tell you, there's a true synergy between what happens with weather and sometimes what correlates with sales, and that is exactly happening here so far this season for them. Sales have just spiked here with snowmobiles. Of course, we've had a great start to the winter season. Snowmobiles have gone up. Sales have gone up 300%, and that'll put a smile on any salesperson's face. And as far as in terms of comparing months to months, so far, just this month of December, they sold more snowmobiles than all of last year. Well, one of the reasons why, obviously, we've had more snow. Last year, by this time, we only had about 9 inches of snow. Really, it was a late starting season. And I'll tell you what, folks, one of the best ways to take advantage of Michigan, which, let's face it, it's one of the most beautiful states in the country. Great Lakes, National Forest, State Forest, and 6,500 miles of groomed trail go through some of those national forests and state forests. I became a snowmobiler about 3 years ago. I'll never stop. It's absolutely wonderful. A lot of people this time of year, when winter hits, they kind of hibernate, but Michigan is absolutely beautiful, and you've got to take advantage of it in the winter. So it's good to hear that the sales have gone up, and a lot of people are doing just that. I see just as many people, just as many women, about a third as many women when I'm out in the trails as guys, and families are out there as well. So they have a snowmobile for whatever you want to do, and they're also snowblowers. Sales are going up along with generators. So we'll talk to Matt Murray coming up in the next half an hour and get his take on everything. Now back to you.
Well, there's a lot more snowfall this year compared to this time last year. That means big business for a lot of motorsports places like Fox Shawmut Hills Motorsports.
Yep, that's where we find Storm teammates Matt Kirkwood live for us this morning. Huge sales this year. Matt?
Oh yeah, there's smiles on the sales department for sure here at Shawmut Hills, and not just here, but a lot of other places that are selling snowmobiles or anything concerning snow. We brought it in from the tundra outside where we've seen 5 times the amount of snow as of this date compared to previous 2 winters. And of course, being a meteorologist, I think everything is affected by weather, but I brought in Matt Murray, which is the sales manager here at Fox Power Sports here at Shawmut Hills. What is your take on how weather really impacts sales?
Well, it's absolutely had an impact on the sales. We've seen increases of about 300% over what we've experienced in the previous years. I think our inventory says it all. We're getting down to the end of our snowmobiles, which is something we haven't experienced in years.
Right, but you still have some snowmobiles left, I can see. And for anybody out there, whether you're family or so forth, you have just about every type of sled that it's a specialized field, but you have what it takes to get someone hooked up.
Oh, absolutely. We still have a little of everything left. From the beginning rider to the experienced rider, we've got everything anybody could possibly want.
And it's not just snowmobiles. If we take a look over here, also you sell snow blowers and generators. We needed a few of those with the ice storm last week. How's that been?
Actually, generator sales this year have been really, really strong. Normally we order 1 to 2 times. At this time of year, we've just ordered our 4th order this month. So generator sales have been great, obviously, because of the ice. And then snow blowers, we've sold through almost 3 times what we normally do as well. So yes, anything related to snow and weather is selling quickly.
Great. I'm glad it's been a good year for you. And it looks like winter is going to continue strong into the rest of January and February. A little bit of warm-up coming your way coming this week.